Hey y'all, here's my whipped mango shea butter video. Long time awaiting, it was supposed to be up, but I hope you enjoy this video, so stay tuned as you see how I make it. Here are some fun facts about the whipped shea butter. The shea butter is produced from a shea carrot tree nut. It's rich in vitamin A and E. It soothes an irritated scalp. It's heat protectant and it's a UV protectant, and it softens hair. Then the mango butter is extracted from kernels of a mango, contains high levels of antioxidants, has vitamin A, C, and E, helps also to protect from the UV rays, and it keeps hair well nourished. So I added both of them together. Here you see a 5-pound bag of raw African shea butter that I purchased from Amazon. It does naturally contain latex, so that's something to keep in mind if you have an allergy. But I have the allergy, and what I do is thoroughly wash my hands after done using it. It does not affect my scalp at all when I put it in my hair. And here are some of the ingredients that I put into the mixture. So here's that 5-pound bag. It's actually not 5 pounds anymore. I've used it, but when I originally purchased it from Amazon, it was a 5-pound bag of shea butter. And then there in that jar there is the mango butter. I purchased it from vitacost.com. Then I put olive oil, vegetable glycerin, coconut oil, vitamin E oil, and grapeseed oil. All these are ingredients that I'll be using in my mixture today. Now the mango butter itself is hard in consistency. It's kind of like how cocoa butter is, raw cocoa butter, if you've ever used that before. So you literally would have to scrape it out of the jar. But I have to make the process a little bit easier. So to my right, I have a heated up pot of water that I am going to stick that mango butter right on in there. And I'm going to give it about 5 minutes or so, just so that I can stick a spoon in there and scoop it on out. Now in a separate pot, I already added my shea butter, and I heated the shea butter up and let it melt just a little bit so it can get a little bit softer, a little bit more oily. So I'm going to let this mango butter sit in the pot for about 5 minutes, just so that the outer layer of it can warm up enough for me to slide that right on out of the jar. Now as you see there, as I mentioned, there's the shea butter already melted. So I'm just waiting for that mango butter so I can accompany it and pour them in there together. I finally got the mango butter out about 5 minutes. I just stuck a spoon right in there, slid it right in there, and mixed it right on up, poured it right in there with the shea butter. So now they're in that pot together. Now usually if the mango butter was not in a jar but say in a bag like the shea butter, I would heat up a pot of water as you see there, but it wouldn't be so high. I would heat up a larger pot of water, and I'm just going to pour this water out and leave just a little bit in there. So I usually have that water heated up. And I make sure that when you do this, that the temperature is on low, but because everything's already melted, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the stove. But for example's sake, usually I keep it on low, and I take the smaller pot of the shea butter and the mango butter, and I would put it inside until it gets to a melted consistency like you already see there. Now I would not put the pot directly on the eye, because I do not want to cook the mango or the shea butter, but I just want to warm it up. And I don't want it to completely melt because I want to keep as much nutrients as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the mango and the shea butter right on into my blender. Now I'm going to start adding my oils to my other ingredients to the mixture. Once again, I have olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, vitamin E oil, and vegetable glycerin. Coconut oil is my next largest ingredient to the mango and the shea butter, so I'm going to add coconut oil. And I'm going to apologize now because I do not measure. I kind of just eye everything. I do this in everything pretty much that I do, whether I'm cooking or making some type of concoction. I hardly ever measure at all. So I'm going to add the coconut oil, which is the next largest ingredient. And this is Nutiva organic extra virgin coconut oil. You can buy it from your health food store. It's about $23 or $25, or you can buy it from Vita Cost, which I did, or somewhere else online. The next largest ingredient is the olive oil. I usually get my oils like olive oil and coconut oil, and not coconut oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, avocado oil. I usually purchase those from like Marshall's or TJMaxx. They'll have it in the cooking section. The next ingredient is the grapeseed oil. I purchased the grapeseed oil and the olive oil from, I believe, Marshall's or TJMaxx. And I decided to add a little bit more coconut oil to the mixture. And then followed by that is going to be vegetable glycerin. Because this is a very large batch, I will be adding a good amount of vegetable glycerin. If you can see that there, I'm not sure if you can notice the label on the bottle or not, but it's by Now, the brand Now, and I bought that from my health food store. I believe Richard's Whole Foods. And then I'm going to add vitamin E oil right after that. And the vitamin E oil is for preservation purposes. If you see there, it's already about 2 cups of oils in there, along with the mango and the shea butter. So 2 cups of ingredients. And lastly is the vitamin E oil, and that will help to preserve the product a little longer. And once everything is said and done and the product is made, I normally just refrigerate it anyways. So now that everything is in there, I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right up there on a blender. I have a regular normal Cuisinart blender. It has like 5 settings, like crushed ice, smoothie, pulse, stuff like that. So I like the product to have a nice smooth consistency, so I like to put it on the smoothie setting. And that will blend for about 30 seconds. And 30 seconds is really all it needs. Now, if you want to see the consistency of it right now, it's a very milky consistency, like a thick milky consistency, like a smoothie, a milkshake. But that will not be like that forever. When it does cool off, it will become like a butter. Very easy to take out of the jar, but it will become like a butter. Here are my essential oils. I wanted a citrusy smelling batch, so I got together my orange, grapefruit, and lemongrass smelling essential oils. And I added about 30 to 50 drops each. It's a fairly large batch. So I added about 30 to 50 drops each. And the key factor to, really to smell it is to make sure that you allow your batch to cool down. You can even wait an hour before you add any of these essential oils. And make sure you mix it up really well. Now my batch was able to fill 3 8-ounce mason jars. So it's a fairly large batch. And that's basically it. And you can either use it now or wait till it hardens and use it later. But that's basically how I make my whipped mango shea butter. So if it wills you to hop into the kitchen and concoct something of your own, feel free to do so. But in the meantime, I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know how you like it in the comments below. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment on this video. And until next time, I will talk to all of you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.